earlier we realize this, the earlier every one of you realizes, the better it will be for us.
Okay, hi guys, welcome to another episode of Think Skill with Dave Cruz. On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can make an amazing picture frame from nothing. If you don't have prior knowledge of it or you don't have idea of it at all, I'm going to be showing you how this is done in just very few minutes, and it's going to be worth your while, trust me. Now, let's go to class and have the frame done. Okay guys, remember I told us we are going to be making picture frames today, and I'm going to take you from scratch. But before we go into the frame making proper, I would want us to talk about some few tools we'll need so that you have an idea of how you go about making the frame. Now, first on the list is you need a gum brush, you need a sandpaper, what we call abrasive. You will need it. Then you also need what? You need scissors, you need a pen, like a biro to do your markings. Then you need a very clean rag or rag generally. Just make sure it's clean, doesn't have dirt and all. Then what again do we need? So those are the tools. Then now the materials you will need what we call stone. It's either you are using stone to laminate the pictures, or you're using glossy lamination, the one with the shiny surface, or you use a 3D lamination. We'll need any of those. We'll need the picture itself. You can either get pictures from maybe Pinterest, or if a customer sends you their own picture or the picture of their family member or whatsoever. Then we'll also need a board. If we are making frame with board, you need a board. If you're not making frame with board, you want to get the frame itself, we'll need a frame and a board to work with. Now, if you're making the borderless frame, which is the one that doesn't have the frame proper, we use the MDF board. All those are our plywood. Yeah, we call it plywood normal, but normal MDF board. But if we're making the frame that has its frame proper, that's framed picture, we'll need to get frame. We'll get what we call board, like a strong board that we can use for the back of the picture. Then we'll need our frame hanger. That is the pin that we usually screw at the back of the frame to allow us hang the picture on the wall, and so on and so forth. Then basically, these are all the things we'll need to make a picture frame. Now continue watching the video and let me take you on step by step on how the frame is made. Okay guys, today I told us I was going to show us example of how we make picture frames and the practical generally. So when we get the pictures from, either we go to Pinterest or you have a picture on your phone and you want to make it into frame, you send the pictures to your laptop if you have a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, you can just use Canva to do your editing on the phone. And if you can't do your editing on the phone with Canva, just go to the shop where you're going to print it, send it to the operator, and they're going to arrange it. So this is what it's going to look like. So this is the frame we want to make. I hope you can all see it. So this is it. For me, I like my frame to have this white border at the end, and just let the picture be in the middle so it will pop. It makes it look like artwork. Then beneath it, you can just come and put your signature or something like this. So if you can sit down properly, you see Tiana's art. So the idea is to do something unique that people will click into. This is what is actually trending on social media, people making frames of things like this. There are others, say you have stuff like this, but I decided, let me jump on this and give it beauty. So just stay tuned. We're going to go to the market to buy the frame we need, and we're going to do what we have to do. So stay tuned. Okay guys, if you remember when I was telling us about the materials for printing craft, especially when we want to make frame, I told you guys that we are going to be needing a couple of things, especially for picture frame. Firstly is the picture. These are the pictures we want to use. This trend that is on social media now, the frames that they are doing for sale. So we want to just jump on something like that. So we have the pictures. So this size now is a 8 inches by 10 inches frame. Then these ones are 8 inches by 10 inches frame. Then this one is a 12 by 16 inches frame. That is why we have it like that. And if you remember when I was doing the arrangement on the laptop, I told you that we want our picture to be in the middle. Let's have this white background. So it's going to pop like artwork. Then we have stone. This is what we call stone. It's like that shine thing. So this stone, after getting all these materials now, then we have the hook hanger thing. So this is the hook or the hanger. So most time when you go to where they sell materials for frame, you tell them hook and hanger, they give you this. It comes with the screw. So that is what we have. Then you have your gum brush and your gum itself for gum application. So the next step now is, all this aside, we are going to place this stone. We are going to place this stone on the surface of this picture. So the stone is going to cover this picture. That is why most time when you see frames, they are always waterproof. If water touches the face, nothing happens. So this stone goes to the face of this picture. That's the next step. So just chill. So this is the stone. They call this stone. It's like lamination material. Then this is the picture we want to work on now. So what we are going to do, we're going to place the stone on the picture carefully. Make sure it's covering it perfectly. Then you come to one edge of your stone and you open it. You open it. So this is what it looks like when it's open. Make sure it is perfectly aligned on the picture, because it's going to guide you in applying the stone. So hope you guys can see what I'm doing. Then you drop the stone, then you start pressing it gradually. So you turn it in a way that suits you comfortably. I am a right-handed person, so I think I like it better this way. So this is the stone now on top of my picture. So I'm going to gently and gradually open the stone like this. Then you gradually use your hand to just make sure you align the stone properly on the picture. You do it gently. You can now use rag. So you use rag. The reason why we are doing this carefully is to avoid any holes and air within your arrangement. That's why you have to do this very, very, very careful. So hope you guys can see the way I'm gradually opening it, and as well using my cloth to arrange the stone on the picture. And if you can see the picture properly, you will notice it now has one glittery look on the surface. That is the stone. Now, you see this thing I'm doing? This thing is something you can do and turn to a very big business. Why? That is what people are doing right now. After this video, this class, I'm going to teach you about the business in this thing, how people are producing them in bulk and making a whole lot of money. This is me just making sure the stone is perfectly laid on the picture. So this is what it will look like. If you can see it properly, you see, notice the face is now like it's shiny. That is your stone on it. Now, water cannot spoil this. This is how it will always remain. So this is what you get. Then we're going to trim off the excesses. So we're going to trim off the excesses now. Thank you. So once we have the stone ready, the next thing we are going to do is, for perfect sizing, you place your board. We are going to use, and we're not using framed board. This is not framed. This is your normal MDF wood, plywood. So what we are going to do is called borderless, like it doesn't have frame at the edge. So I'm going to place the board on top of the picture. I'm going to place the board on top of the picture like this, just making sure that all the edges are correct and how it should be. You look at it round to make sure it is perfect. Then you're going to use your pen to mark around it. This will help you place the board on the exact shape of the board. There will be no error. So we mark on it. I hope we are following the class. Please, if you're following, like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this and a whole lot more about skill and crafts generally. So we will now remove the board. What we have is this. We are going to take your scissors and you trim off what you have marked. So I'll do it carefully and neatly. Carefully and neatly. If you notice at the tail end of this picture, there's a signature piece there. So you make it your own thing, give it your own signature name, and it has become something you can sell. You do very well. I decided that this frame should not get to the edge. So we're going to trim it neatly. We'll trim it neatly. So now we have trimmed and we have this. Though we still have some edges that are not perfectly trimmed. When we put it together with the board, we are going to trim it one more time for perfect fit. So the next step now is this board has a very smooth surface. So what we do to smooth surface most time is we take what we call sandpaper or abrasive. For those that know, it's called abrasive originally, but sandpaper. We are now going to use it on this surface. We are going to scratch the surface. The reason I do this is for the gum to adhere to this board properly and give you a frame that can last forever. Hope you guys can hear me. So the idea now is to just scratch this surface, make it rough so that we can apply our gum. So So this is the objective. There is gum on this surface now, as I told us, neatly applied to every corner. Then there is gum behind our picture. So you're going to place the frame in a way that best suits you. Like I told you before, I'm a right-handed person. So I start from one edge of the board. If you see me properly, one edge of the board, I'll place it carefully and I'll trace both edge. I'm checking here to be sure I'm not out. I'm checking this other side to be sure I'm not out. Then once that is settled, I'll take my cloth and I'll use to press everywhere properly. So to the edge, I'll just press the edge. I'll press the edge. I'll press the edge. So this is what we'll have. Then if you notice, there is small extension outside here and this side. That was why I aligned it to one side of the board. So I'll just carefully remove all these extensions like this. Just carefully. Then I'll press properly for best so that it will look very, very neat. On the other side, I'll remove the extensions as well. Do it carefully and very neat. Carefully and very neat. This is me doing it carefully and very, very neat. So we'll remove both. We press that edge properly. Voila! We have our frameless board for frameless picture frame. This is board frame, so it does not have the conventional frame by the edge of it. So what we'll now do to make the edge very neat, so it doesn't just look like this. Oftentimes you see a lot of frame makers, we use marker to just line in this edge so that it rhymes with the edge of the board. So that's what we'll do. Then the next step, we'll now put our hanger pin here. So the hanger pin will go to this side of the board. So let's apply the hanger pin now. Okay, if the board is very big, you can put 2, but since it's a small board, 12/16 is not so big, so 1 is fine. For most of the board frame, 1 is fine. Then it comes with this screw. So we are going to put this screw here, and we'll make sure we centralize it. We find the center. If you have to measure it, measure, but to get the center, then screw it there, and we are done. So that's what we are doing now. So this is me using the marker pin by the edge. So this is what it will look like. Hope we can see this. Now, this is how you can make a frameless picture frame. I told us the next video I'm going to also show us how you can make a framed picture frame, something that will have a frame, and you can at least trust me. Like I said before, I'm going to expose the business in this thing to you guys. There are so many people that sell picture frame that all they do is this. Some people even go as far as not making it themselves. Like we end up making it for them. They just take it to the street. Sometimes you find out that some people get contracts with hotels to bring their art, their artwork, and all these things is just picture frames that, oh, you have idea on how to make the picture frame, and you do the picture frame and you do it well. It's a very big contract to make artwork for maybe a hotel or any organization. So this is the final work. This is the back. This is the front. So drop it in the comment section if you find this video useful, and please tell someone about it. Follow, like, and comment. If you have questions about the process of making this, you can drop it in the comment section, and trust me, be sure that I'm going to reply. So thank you very much. Subscribe. The Cruz Vocational Academy. It's the only online university. Trust me. Please, online craft university. Sorry, before they'll come arrest me. So that's what we are trying to propagate. Okay.
Trendybeats.com.
So like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.
When I reach Poland, they're calling me Odogu, Odogu. And as I enter the town, I put down for Egu, Odogu. And nobody can stop you. And so we they fly past you. Over any obstacle, leave me Odogu, Odogu. Say now who they draw the map, you Odogu. You are looking at the champion, Odogu. Why the girls they shaking yashi, Odogu. With the person with the cash, Odogu. Aje, kekele, Odogu. Aje, kekele, Odogu. Aje, kekele, Odogu. Champion. Make up your mind, just to go. Bounce to the sound while I bounce with the do. Serve yourself, not the matter with the do. I'ma hit this slow. Move, make a move. I go slide, then you go sink like a boat. Me, I just they laugh like say life is a joke. And I give up girls with they clean, with they go. If your boyfriend don't get money, then they can't go. Go back. When I reach Poland,